My God, it's time for creepy cheapies again. Whoa. Anyway, kids, welcome back. Come on in. Have a seat here in the Library of Horror Hotel, where it's once again time for creepy cheapies, also known as Dr. Lady's affordably priced mask recommendations. I, of course, am Attila the Hun, and tonight's mask, well, let me just say one thing about tonight's mask. If there had been an award for Best Mass-Produced Mask of the Year, I think I would have voted for this mask in the year 2012, which was the year it came out, or if you prefer, the year 2012, whichever way you want to say it. That's when this mask was released. It's the creature from the Black Lagoon, only one of the most popular movie monsters of all time. Take a look at this beautiful beast here. This creature comes to you from Forum Novelties. Can we get that thrown up on screen there? Forum Novelties, right? Forum. That's F-O-R-U-M. Not 3M, because they make the Scotch tape. This isn't 3M, this is Forum. And he sells for $70 or so, which is pretty amazing in terms of being a good deal for this much mask. This thing was actually adapted from original studio molds from the original Creature movie from way back in the year 1954. That is the year you were born, isn't it? Yeah, he says it was. Now, as Creature fanatics know, there were two different masks in Creature from the Black Lagoon. One that was used for the underwater scenes that everybody refers to as the underwater creature, and a different mask because there was a different actor who played the creature on land. And the reason for that was when they had the underwater scenes going on, they needed somebody who was an expert stunt swimmer and could still do really good swim moves and look natural with this big bulky rubber suit on. And when they were on land, they needed a guy who looked big and tall and stocky to make him look more threatening as a foe against the human characters in the film. So the underwater mask was released various times by Don Post Studios. It's sometimes known as the Calendar Creature. And the Don Post underwater creature was also adapted from original molds. But see, it's the other molds. That would be the underwater creature molds. The land creature, even though he has been in a lot of people's collections over the years, this is the first time it's ever been licensed. It took until 2012 for somebody to produce a mask based on the land creature mask used in the film. And I don't know what the reason for that is, but that's how it happened. There have been land creature heads floating around the mask lagoon for many years, adapted from the molds and recast from the molds and so forth. And collectors were paying $200, $300, $400, $500 and up for a land creature head. This thing you can score for in the neighborhood of $70. And really, there's not that much of a difference in quality between what you'd get for $300 or $400 and what you're getting here from Forum Novelties for under $100. That's because, again, it was adapted from original molds, so it's not a totally new sculpture. What's a good way to describe it? I think adapted from is about the best I can do. Maybe clay press is a good way to describe. But if you don't know anything about the molding and casting process, let's just say that this is taken from an original, like used in the movie, from the original molds from 1954, but with a couple of changes made. Namely, they sculpted in a tongue, which you probably can't see on your monitors, but in the original movie, when the land creature is up and about, you can see a little bit of squishy, soft tissue in there that could be a tongue. And that wasn't part of the mask, so that was sculpted in. And the eyes were sculpted into the mask because the original mask, those eyes were cut out, you see. And this was all done by Ray Hikus, who, well, if you haven't heard of Ray, you should have. He's one of the living legends of the mask world. He's sculpted masks for so many years. He used to run his own company called American Mask and Novelty, and you might own a lot of Ray Hikus products and not even know it. because he has sculpted and designed countless things over the years for Halloween novelty manufacturers. Places like Forum and Ruby's Costumes and others. So some of those little skull heads and pumpkins and things that you see at Halloween, some of those were sculpted by Ray Hikas, as was the detailing on the creature. So I should show you too. I almost signed off and then I realized you're going to want to see the back. Obviously this thing is a full head with a very nice complete neck, and all the details are just like on the original from the movie. And in the back, where his dorsal fin sticks out, that's always been a problem with wearable versions of the creature, because it's hard to get the mask on over your head, but if you cut it right along the edge of the fin, then you can't ever get the fin to line up. You can't get, if you cut this open right where the fin is, you see what I'm saying? You'll never get it back together perfectly. So what the Forum people have done is slit it next to the fin rather than right on the fin. This is a jar. Take notes, there may be a quiz later. Okay, they have made the slit to make the mask wearable next to the fin rather than right down the center of it, which makes it easier to line up and adjust. And obviously it would be hard to get this on your head if there was no slit at all, so they wanted to make it a wearable mask. So this is what they've done, is put this, and I think you can see there's Velcro. Okay, Velcro inside there to hold things together, so when you put it together on your head or on the head of someone you've abducted, it will close up nice and tight and won't be very noticeable that there's a seam up the back. What a terrific mask. 70 bucks for this nice of a creature mask. And I paint a lot of these. I repaint things and I touch them up and I add shading. I haven't touched this one. Okay, I've touched it. I haven't painted it. It came from the factory looking this nice. So big thumbs up for the original studio mold adaptation by Ray Hikas for Forum Novelties of the Universal Classic Monster, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Get yours today and wear it to the local swimming pool. Thank you.